Hey guys, I'm here to do another review. This time it's on the Terrorcons and Abominus. So let's get things kicked off with Cutthroat. The only Terrorcon, I'm right. The only Terrorcon that has wings and that can fly in its alternate form as well as in his robot mode. I think this is one of the weaker figures of the set. As you know, Hun-Grr, who is the main component, is the strongest because he has to be the main body, so he's bigger, he's got more articulation to him. So the others aren't as good in comparison. But I don't like this one as much as the rest of them, mainly because the colour scheme for him's alright, but just this bird mode doesn't look as good as I think they should have made it. They could have put a lot more effort into it, like put little better arms on him instead of just the kind of hook hands with the wings, giving him a better weapon, because most of the Terrorcons come with like a big weapon on the back or something, and unfortunately Cutthroat's is just his little tail that just kind of flips up there, which is a bit puny and pathetic, unfortunately. But he's still a good figure. He's still a nice looking one. He's got a lot of nice little detail across his face and his body. Like if you look on his face there, you can see where the eyes and the mouth are. And I do like the colours for him. They're not my favourite colours out of the Terrorcon lot, but the purple, the green, and the beigey yellow kind of work nicely together with the stickers. So you know, he's good, but he's not excellent. Excuse me. I'm trying to think how much he goes for. I wouldn't pay much for him if I could help it. I bought the Terrorcons as a set, so you know it was more expensive. But if you're gonna buy like Cutthroat on its own, don't spend a lot, because he's not really worth it, I'd say, unless you're one of these Japanese collectors who likes the MISB. Mint sealed in box figures, because then they can go for about 30 quid or something instead of like 5 or less. So that was Cutthroat. He's alright, but not one of my favourites. Then we have Blot, who in this mode is really good, but his robot mode is pretty crap, I think. He's got movement in his elbow and his shoulder, both arms, and a little bit in his legs. Cutthroat has barely any movement. He just had some in his neck, and the rest were all really transformation movements that he could use, like he could pull his wings back, but that's really for his transform state. But that's neither here nor there. And he can move his Blot can move his legs. All the Terrorcons have these little legs, or no, all of them have these little legs at the bottom on these little silver rotating joints or whatever it's called. I don't know. Also, if you take Blot's main gun off the back there, you can lift his head up. I assume that's for when he becomes the arm for Abominus. What I do like about Blot as well is his weapon on his back there uses his handgun, or at least I found that if you attach the handgun onto the side there, because it's got a little hole, he is the only one, bar Cutthroat, that uses both pieces to make his weapon. Cutthroat doesn't, like I said, didn't have a main piece, but his handgun is his tail. I've seen other pictures of Blot though with this bit on his back attached up like that. I've no idea which way is the right way. I assume the way I've got it is the right way, but you know, different people have different opinions on these things. I don't really like the colour scheme for Blot though. I think the dark blue and purple are a bit too close on the colour wheel, so he doesn't stand out as much as some of the other ones. Like if they'd used some, I don't know, maybe if they'd gone for like a darker black and a lighter purple, it would have stood out more, but I don't know. But the stickers do make it come out nicer. Again, don't pay too much for them. For all these figures, I'd say maybe maximum pay £7. Don't pay any more than that unless you want them in their little boxes. So we have Ripper Snapper, who is apparently a shark or some kind of shark. He's got movement in his arms and his legs, like that. There it is, and his tail moves as well. But that's again for transformation. Mine unfortunately has a little bit of light damage, but not a lot that you can probably notice on camera anyway. But again, with all of these Terrorcon figures, which is what I really like about them, they have lots of little detail on them, which makes them stand out from most of the other Jhiaxus teams that don't have a lot of detail. The colours are nicer, and Ripper Snapper kind of stands out more because he's a whiter colour. He's a bit like Hun-Grr, who's greyish white, who stands out compared to the rest of them, who are a lot darker coloured. And there's his main weapon on his back there, which is his fin and his 2 guns. I think that's all I can say about Ripper Snapper. Yeah, you can see his teeth as well, which is quite nice. And this one is my favourite out of the smaller pieces, which is Sinner Twin. Unfortunately, because he's got these silver joints right in that one, there's quite a lot of rust, but you know, that can't be helped. I do like the double-headed rhino dragon thing. He is a bit similar to Hun-Grr in that way, because Hun-Grr's a double-headed dragon. I'm not sure if Sinner Twin was meant to be some kind of chimera or something like that. I assume he is. But I like Sinner Twin because his colours stand out the most compared to any of the other Terrorcons, because you've got this really bright yellow and this darkish turquoisey green, maybe? I don't know. I'm not good on colours. And then you've got a nice little purple tail, which is quite nice compared to like Blot, who's 2 colours. You know, it stands out a lot more. And again, nice amount of detail on the actual figure. And the movements are in the tail and the front and back legs, and that's about it. And he's got this nice big gun on the top of him, which makes him look quite ferocious. The head, ironically, looks a bit like, if anyone's played Devil May Cry 4, they kind of look like the hell dogs from that, which you'll find later on in that game. But on to the main piece anyway, which is Hun-Grr, who is my favourite, I'll be honest. Mainly because this is one of the most poseable figures of this year that I've ever seen. You've got movement in the head joint. You can click it left and right. It bends at the knee. It moves forward and backwards, and it moves in and yes, it does. It moves in and out, but it's quite stiff. And its little legs move forward, and these move forward as well and back. So you know, he's got a lot of movement to him. Colours, they're a bit bland, just being white, grey, and a little bit of purple. But again, the stickers kind of make up for it, and because it's a good figure with a lot of posability, it's good. I do like how it's a double-headed dragon as well. Kind of an early incarnation, perhaps, of RID Megatron. I mean, if you just stood him up on his back legs and gave him wings like that, you know, it could easily be considered a RID Megatron styled. So that is the Terrorcons in their alternate modes. I'll transform them, show them in robot modes, and then get on to showing you Abominus. So I'll be back in a bit.